The Rays won Game 1 of the World Series 12-4 on the 3-home run performance by Pete Murray. The Mets rebounded to win Game 2 4-3 in extra innings. And now we head to New York and Citi Field for the middle 3 games in the series between Tampa Bay and the Mets. This is a very important game here, as that could decide if we have to go back to Tampa Bay or not. It's the World Series. It's MLB The Show. And on the mound today for the Mets, Reynaldo Lopez. See what he's done in the playoffs so far. He was the 2027 Cy Young Award winning, going 19-11. Shocker there, didn't realize that. See if we can get something going early against him today here in Game 3. And the man starting it off like he usually does, Chandler Simpson. Need to get him on base and get some havoc being wreaked on the base paths. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball down the left field line. Nimmo racing towards the line, and he's got it for the first out. And take a look at the lineup for the night. Same lineup that we did last 2 games. As long as everybody's hitting well, we're going to keep them where they're at. And that'll bring in Andres Figueroa. See, he's hitting .469 in the playoffs. He's down. He was hitting over .750 at one point. And he's up now with nobody on and 1 out. Here's the pitch from Lopez. Here's a fly ball into right center field. Soto's over. He settles under it, and he'll have that for the second out. That'll bring in Willie Sanchez. Had a home run in Game 1 of the series. Average is dipping, though. Needs to make better contact. He's down to count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Lopez. And he strikes out on a slider down and in for the third out. Like I said, needs to make better contact. As we are through the top half of the first inning here, and there's no score. On the mound for Tampa Bay today, right-hander Shane Baz. See what he's done in the playoffs. 2-0, 3.75 ERA. Walk rate's a little higher, but he's pitching well. Hopefully we can get some runs for him today. Leading off for the Mets as usual, second baseman Luis Angel Acuna. So he's only hitting .222 in the playoffs. We've handled him pretty well so far in the World Series. 1-2 pitch, ground ball to third. Junior's got it, throw across a diamond, and there's 1 down. And take a look at the Mets lineup. Same one that they ran out in Game 2. Beatty in at third, Thomas in at center. And there's Brandon Nimmo. See what he's done in the postseason. Couple of home runs, but he's only hitting .204. So not making a lot of contact. Down in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. And he strikes out on a high fastball for the second out. Nimmo had he went 0 for 4 and 2 Ks last game. That'll bring in Soto. We've held him pretty much in check. He was 1 for 4 with 2 Ks in Game 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch to him. And that's a swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. Throw down to first, and that's the third out. So Shane, scoreless bottom of the first. Couple of Ks. Good start for the Rays. See if we can get the offense going. And we're going to hop to the bottom of the second inning. Rays went down in the top half. Got a single, but a double play wiped that out. Vientos going to be leading off. Dangerous hitter. 2-2 pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. Vientos had a home run in Game 3. Very dangerous hitter. And that'll bring in Francisco Alvarez. First pitch to him. And there's a shot to left field. Murray racing back. And this one is gone. Francisco Alvarez, 383 to straightaway left, gives the Mets the 1-0 lead here in Game 3. He had a rough Game 2. He is 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. He starts off Game 3 in a big way with that big fly, his 5th of the postseason. Take a look at this replay. And that was belt high, inner half. He just turned on it. Got good wood and sent it all the way back to the seats. And that's the only run the Mets would score in that inning as they jump out to a quick 1-0 lead here through 2 innings. And we're going to hop now to the bottom of the 4th inning. Brandon Nimmo leading off. He's 1 for 9 with a home run in the World Series. Down in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch from Baz, and he swings and misses and strikes out. Basallo gets the loose ball, throws down to finish the play. He's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks in this game, and that'll bring in Soto. Struck him out in the first inning. Heading to count 0-2. Here's the pitch. And there's a little flare over short. He dumps that into left field for a base hit. weird swing on that pitch down and in, but he made good enough contact to get it over third and fair, and now they got a man on first with one out for Vientos. Struck him out his first time. He's 2 for 9, but he has 2 home runs in the World Series. Boz ahead in the count 0-1. Here's the pitch. There's a shot into right center field. That's going to get down and go to the wall. One hops it. Simpson's got it. Throws the ball back in. Soto's around third, and he's going to score, and the Mets take a 2-0 lead early here in Game 3. Told you, got to be careful with Vientos. At least we kept it in the park that time. Just takes the outside pitch and drives it to the gap. And no way Simpson could get to that one on the fly. That's all the runs the Mets would score there. They're up 2-0 now through 4. Rays got to get something going on offense. And leading off the top of the 6th, Andres Figueroa. Nobody did anything in the 5th. And he's going to smash this one down the line, and it's going to be a base hit. Soto cuts it off before it gets to the corner. And the Rays going to have their leadoff man on here in the 6th inning. Figueroa keeps the hit parade going for his own self. That'll bring in Sanchez. There goes Figueroa. Pitches a strike, throw down, and he is safe. Now what we're going to do is Simpson, Figueroa, and Murray. They get on. They're going. First pitch. He's in with a steal. So now we have a man in scoring position. Nobody out. 2-2 count. And strikeout again by Sanchez. Nasty curveball there. Having trouble with the off-speed pitch today. That's his 2nd K, 3rd K for Lopez. Look at the replay. Big bender, and he just swings over it. That'll bring in Junior Caminero now. Man on second base, 1 out. Singled earlier back in the 2nd inning. 2-0 count to him. Need a hit here. Come on, Junior. There's a line drive over second. That's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. Figueroa is going to score. Junior's on his way to second. There we go. That's what we needed. Our best player coming in clutch at the most important times. RBI double to right center field, and Tampa Bay is on the board. See this replay. He inside outs that one just like Vientos and drives it into the gap. Now we have the tying run at second base. See the replay again. Good opposite field power. And that's it. Mets are going to the pen early. Not sure why. Must be a lot of pitches thrown by Lopez, but he's done. Mets are still up. It's only the 6th inning. But manager's seen enough. They're going to go to Hunter Harvey, see what he's done in the postseason. Excellent postseason for him. 1-0 with a 1.04 ERA. Try and get them out of this jam. That'll bring in Evan Carter. He's 1 for 2 with a single. 3 for 9 with a triple in the series. Got another important RBI out there at second base. Down in the count 0-2. Here's a pitch from Harvey. And he swings and misses and strikes out. As Alvarez throws the first to finish the play. And Caminero stays at second now with 2 outs. That brings in Lou. He's 0 for 2. See if he can come through in the clutch like Junior did. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's a ground ball to second base. Acuna's got it. Throws the first. And the Mets get out of that jam, only giving up 1 run. But Junior Caminero gets the Rays on the board. Clutch RBI double. So we go to bottom of the 6th innings, 2-1 New York. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the 7th. The Mets went out 1-2-3, and Danny Young's going to come in the game now. He gave up 3 runs back in Game 2, so we've had success off of him. He has a nasty sweeper, though. Got to be careful on that. Here's Pete. 1 for 2, 5 for 10 in the series with 3 home runs and 10 RBI. Down on the count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Young. And it hits him in the leg. So the Rays are going to get their leadoff man on as he shakes that off. You know what's going to happen here. First pitch. There he goes. Pitch is low. It's a ball, and it gets away from Alvarez, and Murray's going to be in safe with a stolen base. So now the tying run, scoring position with nobody out. Carson Williams, big chance here. 1-2 count. And he swings and misses on that nasty sweeper and strikes out. Shows his frustration there. Huge out there for Young. And now we're going to pinch hit for Basallo. Keegan's going to come off the bench. Even though Basallo has a hit, I don't want this left-handed pitcher. And there's a strike. Throw down, and Murray steals second while I'm talking. Hey, Pete, slow down, buddy. You don't want Basallo facing that nasty sweeper. And Pete catches him napping. He takes off for third and makes it safely. So now he's in scoring position with 1 out. So if Keegan can get the ball out of the infield or at least past the pitcher, we can tie this game. 2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Ball dropped, throw down to first. And that's the second out as Keegan doesn't come through. And we're going to the bench again. This time we're going to bring in Kevin Alcantara. He's going to pinch hit for Simpson. I have a lot of trouble with Simpson right now, and I want this right-handed bat against this lefty. 2-0 pitch. There's a shot into right field, and that's going to drop in front of Soto, and Murray's going to score, and this game is tied. So Keegan doesn't come through, but Alcantara does, and we have a tie game here late. See this replay. That was an inside pitch, and he got his bat inside and drove it over first base and gets this game tied. And that'll bring in Andres Figueroa, 1 for 3. 1 on and 2 out. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he swings and misses on that nasty sweeper and strikes out. But Kevin Alcantara comes off the bench, has a huge pinch hit RBI single. And this game is tied as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Mets would not score in the bottom half, so we're going to go to the top of the 8th inning. Jose Butto coming in to pitch for New York. See what he's done in the postseason in 5 appearances. First man he's going to face, though, is Willie Sanchez. Sanchez is struggling. 2 strikeouts and a ground out on the day. Having a lot of trouble making contact. Only hit in the series so far was a home run in Game 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And it's going to be a tapper in front of the plate. Alvarez gets out. Throws the first, and he guns him down for the out. Like a 15-foot ground out in front of the plate. And that'll bring in Junior. Single and a double. Double was an RBI to get us on the board. See if he can get us started here in the 8th inning. 2-2 count with 1 out. Here's the pitch. There's a shot into right field. Soto chasing, and that's going to get down and go off the wall. Caminero digging for second. Here's the throw. He slides in safe with his 3rd hit and 2nd double of the game. Man, he is clutch. Mr. Clutch all year, and that'll bring in Evan Carter. He's 1 for 3. Go-ahead run at second base with 1 out. Down to count 1-2, though. Here's the pitch from Butto. And it gets by him and back to the backstop, and Caminero is going to get into third base on the wild pitch. So now we get this ball out of the infield. We're going to take the lead. Infield is in, and swing and a miss by Carter, and he strikes out. Just needed to get the ball past the infield, but now there's 2 outs and a man on third. See this replay. He just blows it by him at the letters. He was looking for something else. Now it's going to rest on Lou Garcia's shoulder. We have a man on third and 2 out. Don't want to waste this opportunity. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Butto. And he swings and misses and strikes out. So the Mets give up the 1-out double. Butto pitches out of the jam. And this game is still tied as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And leading off for the Mets, Ryan Nodas. He's 0 for 2, 1 for 9 in the series with a home run. Sam Johnson working his 2nd inning of relief. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Noda. There's a fly ball in the left field. Murray tracking over, backing up now, and he's going to have that for the 1st out. Johnson had an easy 1-2-3 inning and only 5 pitches in the 7th. Here's Acuna with nobody on and 1 out. There's going to be a little loop in the center field. Alcantara running in. He's going to have that for the 2nd out. Wasn't sure if that was going to drop in there or not. That'll bring in Brandon Nimmo. 2 strikeouts on the game. He's down 1-2 here. Here's the pitch from Johnson. And it's going to be a ground ball base hit between 1st and 2nd. So now the Mets have the go-ahead run on with 2 outs. Soto coming up. And they're going to pinch run for Nimmo with Johan Rojas. In case the ball gets into the gap somewhere. Here's Johnson's first pitch to Soto. And it's high, and it hit him on the elbow. So now they're going to have 2 men on and 2 out, and that pushes the go-ahead run to the 2nd, and Jet Williams is going to come in and run for Soto. Not sure why they're doing that. go-ahead runs at second base, and we're going to take Sam Johnson out of this game. Started well, but a single and hit by pitch, and now he's in trouble. And coming out of the pen, Luke Weaver, great free agent signing in the offseason, had a great season, a great playoffs. And it's up to him to keep that runner from scoring. And a dangerous man at the plate, Vientos. He's got a double, 2 home runs in the series, 4 RBI. Full count now on him. Here's the pitch from Weaver. And he swings and misses and strikes out. Clutch performance there by Weaver with the go-ahead run at second. 2 outs. He gets the K. We're going to go to the 9th inning. This game's tied. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the 10th inning. Nobody scored in the 9th. And Felix Bautista, the Mets closer, coming in, facing Andres Figueroa. He's 1 for 4. Single, stolen base, run scored. And try and get something going here off the Mets closer. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a smash to first, and Noda's got that. Hit it hard, but right at the first baseman. That'll bring in Willie, having a tough game. 2 strikeouts, 2 groundouts, 1 hit in the series. Here's the pitch from Bautista. There's a line shot to left, and Nimmo's got that. I'm sorry, that's not Nimmo. That's Rojas. Remember, he came in and pinch ran. Sanchez thought he had a hit. That'll bring in Junior. 3 for 4, 2 doubles, a single. Clutch RBI. It's going to be up to him. Keep this inning going. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a shot into right field. Drifting back to the track, to the wall. And it's gone. Junior Caminero goes deep off the Mets closer here in the 10th inning. And the Rays take a 4-3 lead here in Game 3. Junior with a 4-hit day, 2 doubles, a single, and now a home run. 2 RBI, carrying this team in the playoffs along with Andres Figueroa and Pete Murray in this series. And the dugout is loving it. See the replay. 2-out home run to the opposite field. He's been driving everything to right field tonight. And Jet Williams came in and pinch ran for Soto. Wasn't even close. That was way deep. And that'll bring in Evan Carter now with nobody on and 2 out. See if we can keep this rally going. 0-1 count. Here's a pitch. There's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Racing in is Thomas, and he's going to have that for the 3rd out. But Junior Caminero coming up clutch twice in this game. Tied it with a double, and now gives us the lead with this solo shot to right as we go to the bottom of the 10th. Coming in and out of the pen for the Tampa Bay. You know who it is. That guy, Roger Guy. Been a little up and down in the playoffs postseason, especially the World Series, but going to rely on him to get these guys out. Alec Thomas leading it off. He's got a double on the game. And it's going to be a ground ball base hit up the middle, so he's going to have a single and a double today. And the Mets aren't done. They get their leadoff man on. That's a tying run. That'll bring in, he's all pumped over there. That'll bring in Ryan Noda. He's got home run power. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be a fly ball in the left field towards the corner. Murray on the run, and he's got it. Gets the ball back in. Thomas goes back to first, so tying run at first now with 1 out for Acuna. Here's the pitch, and he swings and misses and strikes out on the changeup. Great pitch there by Guy. Got him way out in front. And that's his 2nd out, and that'll bring in Rojas. Remember, he pinch ran for Nimmo. This would be Nimmo's spot. Much rather face Rojas. First plate appearance of the postseason. Here's the pitch. And that's outside and ball 4. So he worked the count. Now Guy pushes the tying run to second base. And that's it. Our manager's had enough. Not going to take any chances here. Roger gives up a single and a walk. Didn't like that at bat at all. And coming out of the pen is going to be Cade Smith. We traded for him in the offseason specifically for moments like this when either Guy can't get it done or when we need to hold games down to get it to the closer. And he's going to face Jet Williams, who pinch ran for Soto, so we don't have to face Nimmo or Soto here in the 10th. 2 on and 2 out. Smith ahead, 0-2. Here's the pitch. And he swings and misses and strikes out on the sweeper, and the Rays win the 3-2 extra inning game. Take a 2-1 lead in the series. This Junior Caminero has an incredible game. Boz pitched great. And we steal the first game here just like they stole game 2 in Tampa Bay. See the line score. Boz, 2 runs, 9 strikeouts in 6 innings. Caminero, 4 for 5 with 2 doubles, a single, and a home run. And gotta love that. Offense rebounded there. See a line score there. 4 hits for Junior, 2 RBI. Only had 2 walks. 9 strikeouts is not good. But 2 doubles and a home run, like I said. Hit by pitch on Pete. 4 stolen bases by Murray. 1 by Figueroa. Boz pitched great. Bullpen pitched great. Struck them out 14 times. Go to the Mets side. Thomas is the only one that had 2 hits. They only had 1 walk. Alvarez hit the home run. Vientos with an RBI double. Lopez pitched great, but couldn't pitch deep into the game. Got to run off Danny. Got to run off Bautista. Now we're up 2-1 as we head to Game 4. And after that thrilling extra inning win by Tampa Bay in Game 3, big important Game 4 here. Mets going to try to tie this series up. Tampa Bay trying to take a stranglehold with a 3-1 lead. See, blowout in the first game. 2 extra inning games back-to-back. Very tight series once we got past that Pete Murray game. On the mound for the Mets, Shane Bieber back on 3 days rest. He only pitched 2 2/3 innings in Game 1, allowing 7 runs on 7 hits and 3 home runs. And on the mound for us will be Ryan Pepio. It's the Rays. It's the Mets. It's MLB The Show World Series. And here's Bieber. Like I was saying just a minute ago, had a very rough Game 1. 7 runs on 7 hits and 3 home runs. Not a normal performance for him. Looking to bounce back. And Chandler's going to be leading things off. See, he's really struggling in the postseason. He was postseason MVP for the American League last year. And he's hitting 176 this year. So here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's going to be a smash over third. That's going to get down and go towards the corner. Simpson's around first, digging for second. He's going to be in with a double. Maybe you got to speak it into existence. Need Chandler to do something. And there we go. Leadoff double. Couldn't have started any better than that. And that'll bring in Figueroa, hitting 444. 13 runs, 13 steals. Been doing an incredible job in the DH spot. Man on second now. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Bieber. There's a line drive into right field. Soto on the run. It's going to drop in front of him. Simpson rounds third, and he goes back. Thought about coming home, but that was shallow, and Soto made a strong throw. So now we have men at the corners. Nobody out. See this replay. Takes that high pitch, drives it into right field, loves hitting the ball to right field. Good play by Soto to charge and make a good throw to hold the runner. So a man in the corners and nobody out. There goes Figueroa. Here's the pitch. Strike, throw down, and he's in safe. Another stolen base for Figueroa. Gets his, 14th? In the postseason. Good jump. And Alvarez just throws from his knees. Now we have 2 men in scoring position with nobody out. But Carter's down on the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch from Bieber. And it's a high fly ball in his center field. Thomas settles under it. Here's the tag. Here's the throw. And Simpson safe. Sliding in safe. And Tampa Bay gets on the board early. Here in Game 4. 1-0 lead. Evan Carter getting the job done. Still have a man in scoring position and only 1 out for Junior. Remember, he had 4 hits, 2 doubles, and a home run in Game 3. Game-winning homer off their closer, Bautista. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball to first. Noda's got it. He steps on a bag as Figueroa moves up to third base. So now we got 2 outs. And let's take a quick look at the lineup. Made some changes here. Just basically flipped Sanchez and Carter in the order. That'll bring in Sanchez. He had a very rough 0 for 5 in Game 3. He's only got 1 hit in the series. That was a solo homer in Game 1. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Bieber. And it's a fly ball into center field. Thomas drifting back on the warning track, and he's got it. Sanchez just missed that one. So a lot of activity on the base paths, but Tampa Bay only scores 1 run. After that leadoff double by Simpson, as we go to the bottom of the first, it's 1-0 good guys. And on the mound for the Rays, Ryan Pepio having a good postseason himself. See that 1 start against Cleveland. It's been a great season all year for us. Need him to come through here. Hopefully give us a 3-1 lead in the series. And leading off, as he has all series, Luis Angel Acuna for the Mets. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a shot inside the third base bag, down the line. And that's going to get all the way into the corner. And Acuna is going to start the game just like Simpson did, as both teams get a leadoff double here in the first. We've held him in check all series. He just got out and got that past Caminero quick down the line, and Murray couldn't cut it off. Probably is going to get a double either way. See this replay one more time. Smash. And there you go. That'll bring in Nimmo. Man on second. 1 out. It's 2 for 12 in this series with a home run and 6 Ks. And here's going to be a ground ball to second base. Lou's got it. He throws him out while Acuna moves up to third. That'll bring in, well, check their lineup as well. Exact same lineup that they had for the last 2 games. They don't change anything. And that'll bring in Soto. See what he's done in the postseason. It's 2 for 11 in the series. 5 strikeouts. Handled him pretty well. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball in the deep center field. Left center field. Simpson on the run, and he's got it in front of the wall. Acuna is going to tag, and he's going to score. And Simpson saves an extra base hit there with his wheels. But Soto gets the job done just like Carter did. Now we have a tie game with 2 out in the bottom of the first. Vientos, he's going to hit a fly ball in the center field right at Simpson, and that's going to end the inning. But both teams get leadoff doubles. Both teams get sac flies. We're through 1 here in Game 4 of the World Series, and we're tied 1-1. And we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the third. Nobody scored. Nobody did anything in the second inning. Alek Thomas leading things off here for the Mets. Here's a fly ball into right center field. Simpson on the run, and he's got it in front of the bullpen. Wow, what a long run he had. That's what that 99 speed will do for you in the outfield. Thomas thought he had an extra base hit, and that'll bring in Noda now with nobody on and 1 out. He's 1 for 11 with a home run in the series. And there's a shot to right field down the line. That's going to get down and into the corner. Noda around first, digging for second. Carter gets it in, and he slides in safe with a double. So the Mets have a man in scoring position now with 1 out. We go back to the top of the order to Luis Angel Acuna. See, he doubled the lead off the game for the Mets. Here's a 3-2 pitch to him, and that just misses low on the changeup. So he draws a walk, so now New York has 2 men on with 1 out. And then I'll bring in Nimmo. 1-0 count to him. Here's the pitch. There's a base hit down the right field line. That's going to get down into the corner. 1 run is in. Here comes Acuna around third. Here's the relay to the plate, and he slides in safe, and the Mets take a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the third. A double, a walk, and a 2-run double. 3 batters in a row. See this replay. Gets way out in front, hammers it down the line, keeps it fair. That'll bring in Soto. Still have a man in scoring position with 1 out, and he's going to take strike 3 at the knees for the second out. Not sure what he was looking for. See this replay from the ump cam. Right at the knees. He shakes his head. He doesn't think so, but yeah, that was right there. That'll bring in Vientos. We're still not out of danger in this inning. 1-2 count to him. And he's going to swing and miss and strike out on a changeup. So, and Pepio rebounds after the double, walk and double, plates 2 runs. And we're through 3 innings. The Mets are up now 3-1. And we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the 6th inning. Nothing else going on. Still 3-1 Mets. Soto leading off here. Down in the count 0-1. Here's a pitch from Pepio. There's a shot to right center field, and that one's not coming back. Deep over the bullpen. Just hits that top of that MLB together sign. 410 feet. 111 mile an hour exit velocity. I think Soto got all that pitch. We've handled him pretty well in the entire series. And he gets his first big fly. Luckily for us, there's nobody on base leading off the inning, but it's going to expand the lead. See this replay. Pepio wanted to get that pitch down and in, and missed his location. It was thigh high in the middle of the plate. Not where he wanted that one to be at all. Yeah, that was like batting practice. Knew it right away. Everybody knew it. And now the Mets expand this out. Have a 4-1 lead here in the 6th inning. And luckily, that was the only run they scored that inning. But Juan Soto, flashing the power we all know he has. And the Mets have a 3-run lead through 6 innings. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the 8th inning. Rays having a tough time on offense in this game after the first inning. Danny Young coming in. We scored some runs off of him. He's also got that devastating sweeper they got to worry about. And the first guy he's going to face, Sam Basallo, 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. See, he's 3 for 9 with a home run in the series. He's down in the count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Young. And he strikes out on that sweeper. Told you, it's a nasty pitch. That's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring in Chandler Simpson. Got to get him on base. Here's the first pitch to him. And he's going to bunt, and it's past the pitcher. Noda gets it, and Simpson beats the pitcher to the bag. Once it got by the pitcher, there was no chance they were getting Simpson. Great bunt on that play. Especially with the left-handed pitcher falling off to the third base side. That'll bring in Figueroa now, and you know what's going to happen. Here's the pitch. There he goes. It's a strike, throw down, and he's safe. So Chandler moves into scoring position, gets rid of the double play. See this replay. There he goes. It's a long, slow windup by the lefty, and he was in there easily. Now Figueroa with man in scoring position and 1 out. Heading to count 3-1. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball. Base hit to center field. Simpson around third. He's going to score, and it's now 4-2 Mets as Figueroa comes through in the clutch. These two guys are so dangerous when they both get on base. And Figueroa just can't stop getting hits in the postseason. Gotta love it. That'll bring in Evan Carter with a man on and 1 out. There goes Figueroa. Pitches a strike, throw down, and he's out. Oh, I don't agree with that at all. But we know Alvarez has a cannon. And Figueroa not only trying to stay out of double play, but trying to get in scoring position. And it was that close. What a tag there by Lindor. And now we go from having the tying run at the plate to on deck. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Carter. There's a ground ball to second. Acuna's got it, throw, and that's the 3rd out. So it looked like a promising inning with the first 2 guys reaching. Figueroa with the big RBI to make it 4-2. Fizzles out at the end. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, we're still down 2. And now we're going to hop to the top of the 9th inning. Their closer, Felix Bautista, coming in. Caminero beat him with a home run. Game 3 in extra innings. Mets are hoping that doesn't happen again here this game. As the scoreboard says, I hope he slams the door. We're hoping he walks everybody. See what he's done in the postseason. 5 out of 5 on save ops, but we gave him an L in Game 3. There's Junior. Can't tie the game, but he can at least get this inning going. 8 for 17 in the World Series. He is on fire. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up in shallow right field towards line. Soto on the run. And he's got it right in front of the stands, and that's going to be a foul out. Right there by where the ball boy stands. We were hoping that would drift foul. That's going to bring in Sanchez, and he's going to get hit on the thigh with a pitch, which is good. He's in such a bad slump. So now we have the tying run at the plate, and Lou Garcia. He's 1 for 3, 6 for 15 with 3 doubles in the World Series. Need a big hit here. 2-1 count. Here's a pitch. There's a shot into right center field. Soto drifting over and in, and he's going to have that for the 2nd out. Got that pitch a little bit lower. He might have done more with it, and that brings in Pete. Dangerous hitter here. Need another 2-run shot. Here's one deep to center field. Racing back is Thomas, and he's shy of the warning track, and he's going to have it for the 3rd out. Much deeper center field here in New York. And the Mets hang on and win this game 4-2, even up the series. We know we're going to have to go back to Tampa Bay now. Let's look at this line score. Pepio, 4 runs in 6 innings. Chandler had a single and a double. Bieber pitched much better. Soto with a solo shot. Let's check out the box score. Simpson and Figueroa each had 2 hits, but the rest of the order after Caminero only had 1. 1 walk, 3 Ks, a couple of steals, and Pepio, all that damage was in 2 innings. Go to the Mets side, scattered 5 hits, only had 1 walk. They struck out 12 times, but had 2 doubles in that 1 inning and a solo homer. That was enough for them as Bieber pitched much better, and Bautista shuts the door this time as this series is tied at 2. And after the Mets post a 4-2 win in Game 4, this series is tied for Game 5. Final game here in New York. These 2 teams are evenly matched, and going to have a surprise start here for Tampa Bay. Get to that in just a second. Let's see how the series has gone. 12-4, 4-3, 3-2, 4-2. 3 close games after that Game 1 blowout. And on the mound for the Mets today, Christian Scott. Haven't seen him at all in the World Series. And for us, Jackson Ferris, been in the bullpen for the entire postseason, but he's going to come out and be a starter for us today. Both McClanahan and Bradley are not at full stamina, so we're going to go with Ferris and save our 2 best pitchers when we get back home for Game 6. Hopefully Ferris can get the dub here and give us the lead. This is a World Series. This is Game 5. This is MLB The Show. And on the mound for the Mets, Christian Scott, 1-1 with a 2.25 ERA, having a really good postseason for New York. Don't know much about him. I know he was one of their top pitching prospect guys before we started this. Here's Chandler Simpson leading it off. Had 2 hits, a single and a double in Game 4. See if he can get another base hit to start us off here in Game 5. And he's going to get hit by a pitch on the thigh, so we'll take that. Doesn't get a hit, but he gets hit, so know what's going to happen here on the first pitch to Figueroa. There he goes. Here's Scott's pitch. It's a strike. Throw down. Not even close, and he's safe. So just like that, 2-strike hit by pitch turns into a man in scoring position. See this replay. Yeah, Alvarez, throw wasn't close, but he was going to be safe either way. Now Figueroa's got a chance to get an RBI here and get us on the board early. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes out on a fastball, just gets blown away. Right in the middle of the plate, and he was late. Might have been looking for an off-speed pitch, and there brings in Junior. I think 370 in the postseason, having a phenomenal World Series. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouls that pitch back. Need him to come through here in the clutch here, man. Can't waste this opportunity. 0-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball, and Acuna's got it. Throws to first. And that's the second out, but Simpson does move up to third on the play. Here's our lineup. Moved everything around. Pete Murray's hitting cleanup. Trey Morgan's playing first. Caballero's playing short. Williams is having a lot of trouble. Same thing with Sanchez. Sanchez 1 for 16 in the World Series, so got to make some changes. Get some offense going. See how Pete does hitting in the cleanup spot. Got a man on third and 2 out. And a full count now. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball. Acuna's got it. Spins and throws. And they got him for the 3rd out. So we get a man on, get him in scoring position, and can't get him in. As we're through half an inning here. We go to the bottom of the 1st. There's no score. And on the mound for Tampa Bay, Jackson Ferris, a number 5 starter. See what he's done in relief in the postseason. Got to take a chance here with him and have our 2 best pitchers at full rest instead of trying to get them through on low stamina. And leading off, Luis Angel Acuna held him in check so far. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to first. Morgan snags it, steps on the bag for the 1st out. You don't lose any defense with Morgan at first base. Here's the Mets lineup, exact same one that they ran out there against McClanahan. And I'll bring in Brandon Nimmo, 3 for 16 in the series. 7 strikeouts. He's down on count 1-2. Here's a pitch from Ferris. And it's a hanging curveball, and it's not coming back. Deep into the bullpen. Brandon Nimmo gives the Mets a 1-0 lead here in Game 5. As you see the Big Apple coming up in center field. It was a moonshot. Ferris wanted that down, and he hung it. And Major League hitters don't miss on those. Not a good start. Hopefully he can shake that off and get things on the right track here. And New York loves Nimmo. Yeah, well, whatever. We love Caminero. How about that? Let's check out the replay. And, yeah, that's thigh high. He wanted it down more towards the shins, and that was a towering shot into the back of the Tampa Bay bullpen. 6-second hang time. It's like a punt. And that'll bring in Juan Soto now with nobody on and one out. And here's a shot over short, and that's going to get down into left field for a base hit. So the Mets get a man on here now with one out. Keep the inning going. That brings in Vientos. Got to be careful here. And there goes Soto. Throw down, and he's out. Juan Soto, not known for his stolen base prowess. Guess he tries to catch him napping, and he gets gunned down by Basallo. There he goes. You can see not a lot of wheels going on there, and easy tag by Lou. That's a second out of the inning. Gotta love that. Now it's 0-2 count on Vientos. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive base hit into center field. So the Mets lose that base runner. Probably would have just had men at first and second with one out. I'll bring in Carson Benj. He's had a good postseason. Here's a 1-0 pitch to him. And that's going to be a line drive base hit into left field. And that might have scored a run. But instead, they're going to have men at first and second with two out. Francisco Alvarez up. 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Lou's going to settle under it and have it for the third out. So the Mets get a home run from Nimmo. But the caught stealing by Soto probably cost them a second run in the inning. As we're through one, it's now 1-0 New York. Man, I hope Ferris settles down. We can't have a bullpen game tonight. Now we're going to hop to the top of the third inning. Neither team did much of anything in the second. Sam Basallo going to lead it off. Nobody on. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. And there's a shot into left center field, and that one is not coming back. Sam Basallo, second home run of the World Series, ties this game at 1 here in the third inning. 408 feet. We know he has the power. Had over 20 homers during the regular season. It's kind of nice having that at the bottom of the order. And he's having a much better World Series than he did the LDS and LCS. That pitch came back right over the middle of the plate, and Sam did not miss. High towering shot into the seating section beyond the standing room there. There we go. Now it's a tie game. Nobody on, nobody out. So it's just like Simpson's leading off the inning. Here's the pitch. He's going to try and bunt. Third base, Vientos comes in, and he can't pick it up. And Chandler's going to be on with a bunt single. There we go. Got to get this inning going. Home run got it tied. See if we can take the lead. There goes Chandler. Here's the pitch. And it's a line drive into left center field. And that's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. And Simpson's going to come all the way around from first base. And the Rays take a 2-1 lead on the hit and run double by Andres Figueroa. Way to go, Andres. Look at the replay. Runner was going, and he just laced a line drive into the gap. And once it got done, you knew Simpson was scoring from first. Head down, right in the meat of the bat. Guy's unconscious in the postseason. And we still have nobody out, and Junior's up now. And here's a ground ball to short. Lindor's got it. He throws, and that's our first out of the inning. So we still have a man in scoring position. 2 runs in the inning. Stepping in is Pete Murray. Huge first game. See if he can get another ribby here. 1-1 pitch from Scott. There's a shot into left center field, and that's going to get down in front of the center fielder, and that's going to score the third run of the inning for the Rays as Pete Murray comes through in the clutch again. There we go. Tampa Bay with the 3-run inning here, and Scott's getting entirely too many pitches over the middle of the plate, and we aren't missing. He's lucky only one of them left the yard so far. That'll bring in Lou with 1 on and 1 out. Here's the pitch. There he goes. Throw down, and Murray is in safe with a stolen base. He's going nuts with steals in the World Series as well. Man in scoring position again now with one out. See if Lou can find a gap. Here's a pitch. And there's a shot into center field. Gilbert on the run, and he's got it for the second out of the inning. Murray has to hold. So now we have a man at second with 2 outs for Evan Carter. See if he can get a big fly here. Nope, ground ball, but he's going to get a base hit up the middle. Murray's around third. Here's the throw, and he's safe. And the Rays put up a 4 spot here in the third inning. Clutch hit after clutch hit the entire inning. Evan Carter. It's a ground ball base hit past the pitcher. And that'll bring in Trey Morgan. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. See, he's having a rough postseason. Just want to shake things up in this game. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Scott to Morgan. There's a line drive in the center field. Gilbert racing over, and he's going to have that for the third out. But the Rays put up a big fat 4 spot here in the top of the third inning. All important game 5. So they try to take a 3-2 lead back home for game 6. And we're going to go to the bottom of the inning here. Cunha leading things off for the Mets. They're up 1-0. Now they're down 4-1. Here's the pitch from Ferris. And it's going to be a tapper to first base. Morgan's got it. Flip to the pitcher, and they said he's safe. Wow. Slow developing play, was too far away from the bag for Morgan to handle it himself. See the replay. Ferris spins, runs, but he's a left-handed pitcher going the opposite direction, and fast runner just beats him out by that much. Boom, boom. So now the Mets have 1 on, nobody out for Nimmo. Homered back in the first. Tying run on deck now in Soto. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And swings and misses and strikes out on the 12-6, so he puts it where he wants him this time. Last time he hung it and got hit out, but he made him chase this time. Now to bring in Soto with 1 on and 1 out. Now to bring in Juan Soto now. See, he's 5 for 15 in the series. That's going to be a chopper to short. Caballero's got it. Flipped to second for 1. On to first for a double play. Man, that was close at second base. He almost made him jump too high. See this replay. Soto with a high chopper. Caballero charges. Flip wasn't the best. Look how high Lou got. Luckily, lands on the bag and guns him down at first for the double play. Now we're going to go here to the top of the 5th inning. Drew Gilbert up. And he's going to hit a ground ball to third base past Caminero down the line. So the Mets will have their leadoff man on here in the 5th inning. Tampa Bay still leading 4-1. Jackson Ferris settled down here after the first inning. That'll bring in Lindor. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball. Caminero's got it, throws to second, and he throws it into right field. And the runner's going to go to third. Wow. Caminero tried to get the runner at second. Knew he wasn't going to get Lindor at first. See this replay. High chopper taking him towards the line. Spins and throws to try to get the lead runner and airmails it into right field. So now the Mets are going to have 2 men on and nobody out. Ryan Noda, home run threat. He could tie it with 1 swing of the bat. 1-2 count. And he takes strike 3 on the inner half for the first out of the inning. High changeup. We'll take that. And that'll bring Acuna in. Man at the corners. 2-2 pitch. Here's a ground ball to Lou. Spins and throws a second for 1. Caballero's throw, and he's safe. They tried to get the inning-ending double play, but Acuna is too fast. And the runner on third scores, so now it's 4-2. That'll bring in Nimmo. Homered back in the first. Could tie this game with 1 swing of the bat. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And there's going to be a ground ball, and Lou's got this one. Throws to first, and that's the third out. So the Mets manufacture a run on a single and an error and a ground out. We're through 5 innings. It's 4-2 Tampa Bay. And we're going to hop all the way to the top of the 9th. Nothing going on for either team in these middle innings. And Jose Budo is going to come out of the pen for the Mets to try and keep this at a 4-2 game. Leading off will be Carson Williams. We brought him in defensively last inning. Down and count 0-1. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball second base. Acuna backhands it. Here's the throw to first, and there's 1 down. And that'll bring in Basallo. He's got a single and a home run. Been a great World Series after a rough first 2 rounds. Here's a 3-0 pitch, and it's high for ball 4. Not even close. 4-pitch walk. That'll put a man on first with 1 out. First Chandler, he's 2 for 3. First pitch to him, and it's going to be a shot into right field. Soto racing back to the track, to the wall, reaching up, and he's got it. Wow. I thought Chandler was going to have a big fly there, but Soto gets pinned to the wall, so there's 1 on and 2 out now for Figueroa. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be dumped over first base down the line, and Basalo's going to go to third base as Soto digs it out, and the inning continues. Figueroa, another base hit. Now we have men at the corners and 2 out for Caminero. 1 for 4 with a double. See if he can come through with a big 2-out hit here to expand this lead. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Budo, and it's up and in. Figueroa running on the plate, and he's going to be in with a stolen base. That was ball 2. So now we have men at second and third and 2 out for Caminero. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be low for ball 3. You got Pete Murray on deck. And the Mets manager, with a 3-2 count, is just going to walk Junior. He doesn't want to take his chances here. Missing location. They're going to load the bases so they can get a force out at any base. And then he's going to pull him out of the game. So, yeah, you put the other runner on, and then we're going to bring somebody else in. So, Budo, it's like, thanks a lot, Coach. Appreciate that. Budo's done. Gives up a walk and a bloop single, 2 outs. New pitcher coming in. It's going to be that nasty left-hander, Danny Young. High ERA. That sweeper is devastating. He's going to turn Murray around and make him bat right-handed. See, he's 1 for 4. RBI single, stolen base. 6 for 17 with 3 home runs, 11 RBIs in the series. Bases loaded, 2 out here in the top of the 9th, up 4-2. Looking for more runs. Here's the pitch from Young. And it's a pop-up on the infield. Foul territory. Vientos comes racing in. And he's going to have that. So Young gets him out of the bases-loaded jam. As we head to the bottom of the 9th inning here in Game 5. It's 4-2 Tampa Bay. And coming out of the pen, our closer, Roger Guy. Couldn't finish off Game 3. Had to go to Cade Smith. We're going to give him another shot here. 2-run lead. See what he's done in the postseason. Not quite as dominant as he was in the regular season. Mark Vientos going to lead it off here. He's 1 for 3 with a single. A couple of home runs in this series. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Guy. And it's going to be a ground ball to first. Morgan's got it. He'll race to the bag for the first out. Good start there by Guy. And that'll bring in Benj. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. See, he's 4 for 9 with a homer in the series. 0-2 count. Here's a pitch from Guy, and it's going to be a base hit to center field. His 3rd hit of the day. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Did his job, got on base, and here comes Francisco Alvarez. Got a home run in the series. Got to be careful, Roger. Heading to count 0-2, though. Here's the pitch, and it's a fly ball in the left center field. Murray on the run, and he's going to have that for the 2nd out. Gets it back in, holds the runner to first. That'll bring in Drew Gilbert. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Last chance here for the Mets. He's their tying run with 2 outs. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Guy. And it's a fly ball in the center field. Simpson on the run. He's going to have it. And that's the 3rd out, and the Rays win Game 5, 4-2. Don't go extra innings this time, but that was a big win. As Jackson Ferris comes out of the pen, makes a great start, had a tough first inning, but rebounded. Ended up only 1 run in 6 innings with 7 hits. Basalo, 2 hits and a home run. Scott gives up 4 runs in 4 innings. And we win this all-important Game 5. See this box score, 2 hits for Chandler, 2 hits for Figueroa, 2 for Carter, 2 for Basalo. We had 3 doubles and a home run. We stole 3 bags. Ferris, 1 earned run in 6 innings. Bullpen only gives up 1 hit the last 3 innings. Take a look at the Mets. 3 hits for Benj. Bunch of other guys with 1 hit. No walks, that's big. Scott, 4 runs in 4 innings. Bullpen shuts us out the rest of the way, but it didn't matter as we win Game 5 and we're going back home with a 3-2 lead. All right, let's go. And now the series shifts back to Tampa Bay. Just need one win in the next 2 games and we'll have our first World Championship. See the pitching matchup. Shane McClanahan having a rough postseason since the first game. He's going to be facing Kodai Senga. And then if we go 7, it'll be Taj Bradley against Paul Blackburn, who hasn't pitched at all. Interesting choice there, but hopefully we don't get there if we can get the job done in Game 6. Hey, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell so you know when the next episode of the Tampa Bay Rays MLB franchise goes live. And I will see you very soon with Game 6 of the World Series.